Hey everyone, I'm Porter Brooks, and this is Porter Brooks Cooks. It's my channel. It's where I show you how to entertain, worry-free every time. We learn about things like speed scratch, help from the store, old world recipes, grandma's ideas, and of course the easiest things that are available to you. Today, I want to show you something that I started about a year ago. It is my own homemade hamburger. And I don't know if you've ever been to like a killer chop house or a steakhouse. And usually the least expensive thing on the menu is going to be that Chophouse burger. So I love ordering that, and you always wonder, why is it so good? Well, the super chefs of the world have their own mixture of meats, and I'm going to get into that. Now, if you don't have a grinder, this is an attachment which goes on to Pro KitchenAid. There's all kinds of attachments. Honestly, I think these are like, well, they're under $50. I guarantee you that. And they're really simple. They're also dishwasher safe. So we're going to start with what I call my secret recipe and how this saves you money. And it's great. So here is, you could have a top round, a bottom round. You could have tri-tip. You could certainly have ribeye. You could go to beef short ribs. But really, I look for the piece that is priced well, especially today. So this is about 3.5 pounds. I've doubled it here, already prepped for you. And this is going to be about 6 pounds. And it looks like it was originally $6.99 a pound. So with the discounts, it really probably comes into the fours. And it's just amazing. So here's what I've done to speed things up. I have pre-chopped some of our roast, and I just really want to point out to you, this is really tough, guys, on this camera because of the height, but I want to point out to you the veining here and the fat. The cool thing about making your own hamburger is you can completely control that. And to do that, we're going to be using today some actual prime rib fat that I asked the butcher to chop up for me. And then, well, you know what? I'm going to show you the secret ingredient in a second. This will blow your world. You'll never, ever imagine what it is, and I guarantee you it's going to be great. Okay, so I always say, get your biggest and baddest knife. This knife is actually almost 150 years old. I picked it up in Europe one time. And don't worry about the stains. They are not dangerous in any way. They're just wear and tear, and I send it to the knife sharpener and he cleans it up. You can also use just your regular knife. So slicing this up when it's slightly frozen makes it a lot easier, and it actually will go through our grinder. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna start grinding, and we're gonna do a portion of this, and you'll see how it works. So you wanna pull out your plunger, and typically you want your mixer on level 4. 3. Right? And you'll see what's going to happen here. So you want strips, and I like to start out with the long one. You'll see, like, when there's some fat in there, it may catch a little bit. So we're going to just pop the strips in, and you tighten this down right there. And there we have it, folks. Homemade hamburger. All right. Don't go too crazy on this. Normally, it will just feed itself. See, like it's doing. Now, I'm going to show you some stuff, all right? Stuff. I got stuff for you. Man, I love it when you guys join me. All right, so I got to keep going here. I'm going to continue to actually cut up this next piece while I feed this through, so I can do a couple things at the same time. Sorry, guys, got my hands full. Working alone today. So plunge that through. You can see sometimes you're going to hit a little fat. There it goes. It'll work its way through. Don't force it. By the way, this is how you do. I'm going to do a sausage for you a little bit later. I'm not going to grind it, though. Cheating there. All right, let's talk fat percentage, and let's talk using our eyes. So as lean as I like a burger, if it's super lean, honestly, I go to buffalo or bison. But so you see how we've kind of hit a spot there. We'll just let it work its way through. A little bit more power. So the end of the story is I like more fat in my burger to start. I can cook it out and I get more flavor. Now, here comes the secrets, right? So my fat is partially frozen, and I'm gonna pop that in there because what I'm doing is I'm looking at the color content here. And oh, by the way, that smells like really good beef, and it smells the way it should. So you can see the fat coming through. You see how white that is? Let me pop some more beef in there. And again, almost everything I'm working with right now is partially frozen. It just goes through much easier. If you're ever doing like an Asian stir fry, or like, you know, even a pre-slice, well, you don't want a pre-slice of lemon broil. Asian stir fry. You'll want it just slightly frozen because the knife will just absolutely zip right through there. All right, I'm gonna keep going here. And so we had the fat going in, you see the fat's coming out, and now you see the meat's coming out. There we go. All right, so I'm about 6 pounds in, and now, I told you I would give you a secret ingredient. Listen, don't hate me, sorry vegetarians, but this is beef cheek. Yes, you heard me, the cheek, right? You don't want to pinch it. I know it sounds crazy, it really is quite of a European delicacy. Typically, it's served braised and low and slow, and it's got a really exotic flavor to it. But I'm just putting it in, and you'll see that I'm probably gonna do less than 5%. This has a very distinct beef flavor, and see, even my old knife is the one that works the best. And also, this is thawed out since we've been chatting, so it's not gonna be as easy to cut. All right, so probably one more like meaty piece like that. So here are some options, right? I've read some of the Chophouse famous restaurants in New York and LA and Texas. I always say better to wait for a good steak or burger than have a bad one. So going with about 5%. You could do 10. You just need to get used to the flavor. All it really tastes like is just great grass-fed beef. So this is just about done. Gonna let it out, make sure we're clear, and we have done it. Okay. I hate to waste any of it. There you go. All right, finally, just you and me again. So that is our homemade chop burger. I want to show you some tricks here. Let me just show you how simple this is. You pop this off, pop it in the dishwasher, you undo your hook, and you pull out your blades. Of course, if my hands weren't so wet. There we go. Unscrew that. Sorry for the camera bump there, guys. And that just comes out like that. So it's just simply got a driver right here, a tube, and then a blade. Just two things that you put together. It's really simple. It comes with like a 3-step direction, and they're really good. All right, so I'm going to close up some of my ingredients. Next time, I'll be able to use those. Remembering, we just had a store-bought roast that was on sale, so we've got that. Okay, now our burger. Okay, so you can see everything that's basically been mixed up here. I just like a dinner fork at this point. And you do not want to press this down at all. So let's remember what we've done, okay? We have done 100% of our roast, right? So we'll call that the meat. It was very lightly marbled, all right? Then we added some pieces, and you see how the fat kind of holds together. We want to break that up. And I'm already mashing it, so I'm going to stop really quick here. So then we've added some high quality, like a prime rib. The edge on that, you can have the butcher cut. Really good fat. You don't want bad fat. You want good fat, like on a good steak here. I've added a little bit to it. I'm chunking it up, making sure there weren't some big things. And then I did a little bit of our beef cheek. So substitutions, beef short ribs, also really good for that, 5 or 10%. They are expensive, guys, and you need a lot of them to even get that. So lots of choices. Okay, let's talk about storing. So there we have our 6 pounds of hamburger. If you want to get technical, I use this just, for calories and things. I'll put links to all these scales. By the way, I bought the really fancy glass scales before, and they really don't last. These very inexpensive ones do the best. I also get these parchment squares. I'll put the links down there, and they are super simple to work with. So if I'm freezing or something, I just will stack the parchments in between. Even if I'm ready to go to the barbecue, what I'll do is I'll season first, but we're gonna do a couple different things. So let's just get started with actually a simple trick on how to press a burger. Now, I like a hand-formed burger, but if you want to measure it, you'll put your parchment down and get a nice even pile here. This one, you just turn it on and you hit units, and I'm gonna do pounds, right? So right there, we are just at a half. Okay, so there's a half-pound burger. I'm gonna put it in my hand. Do not overdo your burger. Actually, that looks a little short. Let me double check myself. 0.82, let's go up a little bit. Okay, that's a nice size one. Nice and light, start it like a meatball. And I do like to just do them by hand, but I'll show you just a quick little trick here. So if you want to take 2 storage tops, you can do that, and you can place one down, pop your blob of your hamburger on there, and just squeeze it down. It makes almost the perfect shape, nice and fat. Always, always, always when you do a hamburger, you want to put a hole in the middle. That'll keep it from puffing up and being really thick in the middle and really burnt on the side. I'm going to show you again with the same meat. And these are just yogurt tops, all right? So this is going to give you something a little bit thinner and wider. 2 yogurt tops on top of each other. I hope y'all can see that. I think so. And so look how perfect that is. And you can even double check your weight, all right? Listen, if it's my house, we almost never do that, but I just want to show you, look at that perfect burger. Look at that. It's absolutely perfect. So to store it, pop it there, pop another one on top. When I'm doing the rest of it, so that was our burger talk, right, guys? When I'm just storing other things, I really like these food prep containers. They come in round and square and rectangle. This is my favorite one. I can put links if you want for this as well. They do seem a little pricey, but they last forever. They're dishwasher safe. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably break this into 1 pound portions, put the wax paper on top, and freeze them. And we'll do it. If I want to do 2 pounds, like for a meatloaf, then I'll go that way. So Chophouse burger, right? People will go, what did you do? Of course, you tell them that you grazed your own cattle on the best grass in the world. You played nice classical music or classic rock and roll, and they had weekly massages, manicures, and pedicures, and of course, the best teeth that any cow could have. So, all right, Chophouse Burgers, I'm Porter Brooks. This is my channel, Porter Brooks Cooks. It really, really helps me if you like and subscribe. And I love hearing your comments. So reach out to me. Let me know if you tried this. And I want to know what your secret recipe is. I want to know what that tang is that makes your burger so killer. It's perfect for any holiday, and it's perfect for every day. So I'm going to see you next time, wherever those buttons are. Hey, watch these next ones. And I'm Porter Brooks. I cook. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.